Good morning, coaches. Welcome to what I'll call 6 Minutes with KG here today. Had a ton of questions about the philosophy of coaching requests. And so I figured I'd do a little presentation here to talk about a little bit and give you a link in a Twitter link and a Facebook link here I'll be posting within the next couple minutes. Just philosophy of coaching, how I've always organized myself. I'm always going to start out with a table of contents. This will direct my thinking each year, and you can do it in a lot of different ways. This is just how I've done it. I try to talk about how my coaching philosophy, how I'm going to treat players, interact with players and so forth. Then I'm going to get into my basketball philosophy, where I'm going to break down the little things I believe about the game. I'm going to have a master practice plan that, again, can change year to year. It can depend sometimes on, when I can get over from the high school to the college. It can change, how we're doing things, what we might want to do differently. But again, it's kind of an outline, a template for what I like to do. A play sheet that I have that covers the different situations in the game. The terminology that we use, it's always a work in progress. There's always different things that I'm trying to change to teach better. And then lastly, this was really important in high school when I had multiple levels, freshman, JV, varsity assistants. Really important to define the coach's roles. A little bit easier for us, just two of us at the college, so it makes it pretty simple. Here's the first part. And this is a sample here of 10 of I think I've got about 18 in there. And again, I wanted to put it together because I think you're going to have to do as a coach, put together your own ideas. I have some I believe statements about coaching. Again, I believe every coach is organized. I believe good coaches use positive words. I believe in the word commitment versus a goal. If you don't achieve a goal, does that mean you had a failure? I like to commit. I'm going to commit to something, whether it's 15 minutes a day, 1 hour a day, whatever it is that you're trying to get better at. Again, putting our players in position to be successful. Just a group of coaching general statements about more of the coaching than the basketball, not the technical aspect of it. Okay. And then again, I'll get into my philosophy of basketball. Again, a series of I believe statements. And again, it really forces me to think, what do I believe about basketball? And if I believe in it, then I can teach it. If I don't really believe in something, if I'm not bought into something, then I'm probably not going to teach it well. It's probably something I should not do. And I break these into categories. We've got a defensive category here where we're going to talk about my philosophy of I believe in pressure defense. In high school, it was an all-out assault for 29 minutes where we were going to try to jump on you early and really get after you. We pick our times now at the college level to press, whether it's off free throws or tempo or different things like that. And again, I'm a no middle guy, so I want to have a statement about that in there. I am a multiple defense coach, especially with the press. Have been a man guy in the half court, but again, I do see the value of having a zone defensive package. So I'll have that statement in there. All the belief of what I think about defense are put into that section. Then I'll have an offensive section. A big statement for me is teaching shot selection and defining that, what it is, about where we want to get shots. And again, lay-ins, uncontested threes, and free throws is the core piece. And then everything that I do after that is going to be based on that. And again, then I break it down a little bit into my philosophy. Again, as a dribble drive motion guy, I create gaps, attack mentality with great spacing. Talk a little bit about my belief about alignment. 4 out or 5 out has been the foundation, again, with the drive motion principle guiding each of those alignments. How I like to use a power attack. I do want to be able to punish people. Again, for a long time, I was a high-low guy. And then, made the switch to dribble drive, in about 2008, 2009. And so, again, just some key statements there about my beliefs in offense. And again, it's really important. I believe it focuses me on what I want to teach and how I'm going to teach every day. Then I'll get into transition. And again, you can see there's some statements about a very simple attack. Again, I'm still a numbered break guy. I've studied the two-sided break. There's a little bit of clogging for my PGs. I really like to recruit great point guards, attacking mentality point guards, and I want to give them maximum space to play. So sometimes the two-sided break can interfere with that a little bit. but we do practice that concept. You can see in bullet point 25, we will be able to play out of a two-sided break if it happens organically within our thing. And again, this is my philosophy in transition. And then I talk about individual. Where do I believe, the game is improved individually? And again, just a small sample here. 20 to 30 minutes of practice each day is going to be broken down there and individual. That forces me to have to address that. Again, obviously you might have days when there's a 1 hour practice before a game and you may not get that exact time, but it really guides my thinking. And then again, the shooting piece down there on 31. If you haven't watched Doc Shepler, you need to. I'm a big believer in shooting as the most important skill, and we'll emphasize that as a foundation for everything that we do. And then I'll have a few statements about team. They act like a team. We believe in a team. The things that we do in our drills are kind of simultaneous teaching of all the things in one. Special situations, a red zone package. I think that's big. A package of ATOs and specials for late game, and different things that are my philosophy of scoring, defending in a special situation. Then I'll get into my master practice plan. And again, typically it's a 2 hour plan. In high school, it was 2 hours, 45 to 3 hours. And again, I want to make sure I'm getting my skill development in, my transition game in, my defense in, my offense in, my special teams. And a lot of those could be combos. You can combine a lot of those at the same time when you're teaching. And again, just a sample there. This is just a template here that I use for my warm-up fundamentals, whether that's the first 15, a middle 15. Typically, if I call it a warm-up, it's the beginning of practice. And we're going to get into our rhythm shooting series. We're going to really work on building that fundamental shot that we want to create. Again, we're going to be a hop shooting team, and really emphasize in any kind of shooting, whether it's 1-2 or hop, that we're going to have great rhythm. And then again, footwork, ball handling. We might play some small sided one-on-one games, whatever it is that I want to get done in that first 15. And then again, here's more details on that pre-practice work, post-practice work, whatever it might be, some posts, some perimeter, some other things. And then our offensive transition piece of practice. And again, you can rearrange these any way you want to. I think there's times when kids get bored with your practices. It's time to mix them up. Here's kind of my template here where I'll try to get some 2-on-1s, 3-on-2 continuouses, some different versions of each of those. Our paint touch game. And again, you could check my YouTube channel. I've got the paint touch game in there. Texas and attack. Again, it goes back to the Wahlberg blood drills. My defensive transition. Again, those are my number system for my defense. And again, different things, whether that's the change or for us, we have different drills to work on that. And again, just train each day to make sure we're defensive, offensive transition. Oftentimes that's in the same situation. Team defense, just a reminder to myself what it is that I can do. We don't do a ton of zigzag and one-on-one much, but just early in the season, trying to talk to players about how we want to get out on shooters. And we go through our idea of whether you're a Durant, a Westbrook, or a Curry, and trying to defend those type of players, a walkout, a runoff, some of the vocabulary that we use, and some of the things that I've got to help me plan my team defensive stuff. And I'll pick and choose from there. And then again, we might be looking at different things we need to create to help our team be better. Again, reminders of my team offense, whether it's our band offense, zone offense, set plays, and so forth. Just a kind of a script there for that. And then whether it's an ending or beginning, this can be done anytime at practice, your OBs, your last seconds, your special sets calls. I try to do that organically with 60-60 games, 70-70 games. Time starts with a score that's reached, and then you get those things that just happen. You could be up 2, down 2, up 4, whatever it might be. And again, I believe strongly that everything is a communication drill. We all know that one. Then I'll get into my playbook. I'll have that for man zone, ATOs, defense, late clock, ISOs, special plays, 3-point plays. I will have it broke down by position, a play for the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. And again, I'm in a Wahlberg number system. So my 1 and my 5 are my 2-point guards, and then my out of bounds. I'll have a section on terminology. And again, what we want to do is make sure we define who we are, what we are, where we run to, just so that we're clear. I think, especially in a 2-year situation, we try to make this pretty much a point of emphasis from day one, that we understand where we're at on the floor, keeping great spacing, creating great driving gaps, and pushing an attack mentality. And again, there you could see some definitions that I've done for offense. There's quite a bit more that goes with that. Defensive terminology, I'll get into that. We want, again, with ball pressure, we want to contain. We want to try to learn to rotate, forcing out of middle, but again, being able to play out of panic mode. We want to rebound. Again, with a no middle, we try to use checkpoints to teach the footwork. Again, we want to contest with a stick hand above the eyes. We want to contain the ball handler. Been doing a lot of thought on containing the ball handler with that explosive first step defensively. Really want to make that a point of emphasis this year. My Westbrook, Curry, Durant, driver, shooter, star player, the defensive post double team stuff. And again, how we're going to attack a catch on the perimeter. We'll do court terminology. And again, these can all be yours and yours alone. And then we'll get into our coaching responsibilities. But again, I really appreciate the interest. Man, it was crazy how many times I saw guys tweeting and following this week. So that's great. Again, with your coach's responsibilities, just to follow up on this, just you've got your on court, you've got your off court, you've got your bench duties. Make sure each of your coaches have those responsibilities. And again, in high school, when I had a lot of assistants, it was super important to do this, that we knew exactly what we expected from our coaches and that they could be held accountable to that in a good way. And again, trying to taking some of the things off the plate of the head coaches. Just some links for some more stuff. If you want to take a deep dive into some of my stuff at System Basketball, I've got some books that I've written there that are on there. Coach Tube has my 60 Seconds with KG and my Special Situations book. Championship has my Dribble Drive video and my multiple press video. Please email. I want to get a rather extensive email list so I can get you guys stuff each week. Just some stuff. Again, I'm not technically savvy, so it doesn't look great. I do think it's got good content where I'm going to show you some of the very best stuff that I do. I was very blessed to have coaches help me out when I was a young coach, and I want to give back as I get ready to, move in the last part of my career. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, appreciate all the follows and the interest in the philosophy. I'm going to post a link in the Twitter. I'm going to post a link in the Facebook group. So thank you and good luck, coaches.